Only Spanish. Only Spanish.
Can we have her put the headphones on, please?
1 second while I connect them. Hold on.
Sí.
The interpreter is connected, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Could you state your name, please?
Cristal Aquino González. Cristal Aquino González.
Cristal Aquino Gonzalez.
All right, ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You have been arrested on charges of aggravated battery. It's domestic related, tampering with a witness, assault on law enforcement officer. At this time, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
Yo voy a contratar a mi abogado.
I'm going to hire my own attorney.
Okay. Take a look. All right, State, do you have a position on bond?
For count 1, 1,500, count 2, 1,000, count 3, 1,000.
Okay.
Eh,
All right, I see she's also currently, it looks like she's doing in some part of pretrial diversion in Osceola County for battery. Can you, I've got a case, looks like 2020 mm. I can't quite tell the number. Looks like maybe 71896. That may not be right.
You said 700, Your Honor?
It's 2020 mm. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 2020 mm 2844 in Osceola County. She may be in pretrial diversion.
Yes, Your Honor, she's currently in pretrial. Yes, she's in pretrial diversion for battery.
Okay. Can you see if the victim is it the same victim as this case?
No.
No, it's not, Your Honor.
Okay. Does the state have a position on the Osceola County case?
With the Osceola County case, this charge right here in Orange County will kick her out of pretrial diversion.
All right. So I'll take no action on the Osceola County case. On the aggravated battery, I'm going to set the bond after reviewing the allegations. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500. I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with Alicia Enzaldua and that you maintain a separate residence from her if she's residing at that Walden Circle address. You have to reside somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her. On the tampering with a witness, that subsidiary, that bond will be set at $150. The assault on a law enforcement officer, that bond will be set at $150. You're ordered to possess no weapons, firearms, and to consume no alcohol and no drugs or medication without a prescription. All right, good luck, ma'am.
Tengo una pregunta. ¿Yo puedo? Oh, I didn't get appointed. Sorry. Tengo una otra.
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo puedo pagar la fianza aquí con ellos. Yo tengo mi cartera allá abajo, so yo puedo pagar la hora con ellos para que se me haga más fácil.
Can I post bail right now? I mean, I have my purse downstairs, so I can actually post bail if I can.
You have bond amounts that can be posted now, yes.
Cuando
And I did not revoke the bond in Osceola County, so there's not going to be a hold for that. So at this point now, you can post a bond.
yo puedo pagarla aquí con él ahora.
Can I pay right here, right now?
No, you pay downstairs.
Ok, perfecto, para pagarla ahora abajo entonces.
Okay, that's perfect. I can go downstairs and pay right now.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Did this one have a case number, Your Honor?
2021 CF 12024.
12024. Thank you.
All right. Good morning. Your name, please?
There's some interference in the line. I'm not hearing him.
José Luis Domingo Ramos.
Jose Luis Domingo Ramos.
Sí, sí.
All right. Good morning, sir. You're here for initial appearance. This case is 2021 CF 12021. You've been arrested for the offense of aggravated battery with a weapon. At this time, are you asking the court to appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter, or are you going to hire an attorney?
No sé cómo porque pues no sé qué es de qué me están acusando porque yo no hice nada.
Well, I don't know how because I don't know what I'm being accused of because I didn't do anything.
Okay. All right. All right. Do you want me to, notwithstanding the fact you don't know what you're accused of, I'll explain that. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you, or do you want to hire your own attorney? Or do you not want an attorney at all?
Sí. Sí, quiero que usted pues me busque un abogado o no sé.
Yes, I would like the court to appoint an attorney.
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. State, do you have a position on bond?
$1,000.
And does the defense have a position on bond?
You just ask for a reasonable bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set the bond at $1,500 with the condition that you have absolutely no contact with Felix Mendez, that you maintain a separate residence from Felix Mendez. If Mr. Mendez resides at the Wakaiva Crossings Boulevard address, you have to live somewhere else. You can't live there if that's where he lives. You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with them. You're not to consume any alcohol, and you're not to possess any weapons. Good luck, sir. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Edu de la Rosa. Edu de la Rosa.
Edu de la Rosa.
Good morning, sir. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for an assault. It's domestic related, criminal mischief, and petty theft. At this time, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
Sí, sí. Sí, tengo que un abogado. Sí, sí, quiere un abogado, quiero un abogado.
Yes, I do want an attorney.
All right, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Does the state have a position on bond?
For count 1, $250. Count 2, $100. And count 3, $100.
Does the defense have a position on bond?
Your Honor, I actually have a probable cause challenge as to count one, assault. I don't see that there are any threats to do harm. The only allegations is that he yelled that this woman was a man and that she was a whore. So we would ask ROR as to count one, and then reasonable bond as to count 2 and 3.
In reviewing the charging affidavit, it appears that assuming it's true, if he was banging on the windows and the doors, did he have was the threat there and was the present ability to carry the threat out? So I don't know that would qualify as an assault. So at this point, I'm not going to find probable cause for the assault. So we'll ROR him on count 1. On count 2, that'll become the primary, so that bond will be set $250. Count 3, the bond will be stated at $100. I am going to order that you not return to 6358 Lido Court, Lido Court, and that you not have any contact with any resident at that address. If you go back to that address, you'll be in violation of the court order. You can be subject to rearrest and you can be held on no bond for violating a court order. So no contact with any resident at that address. Do not return there. Good luck.
Do we have a case number, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Apologize. It's 2021 MM 6266.
Thank you.
Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Luisana Valbuena Vázquez.
Luisana Valbuena Vázquez.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. You're here for initial appearance.
Just a victim, but door needs to be open.
Sí, señor.
All right, ma'am, you're here in 2021 MM 6259. You've been arrested for the offense of battery. It's domestic related. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter, or are you going to hire an attorney?
No, yo contrato mi propio abogado.
No, I will hire my own attorney.
Okay. All right, and we've got a witness present. Could we please place him under oath?
Le vamos a tomar el juramento al testigo. Por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Usted jura solemnemente y afirma que el testimonio que va a dar será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad con la ayuda de Dios.
Sí.
I do. Puede bajar la mano.
State your name, sir.
Muy bien, por favor, su nombre, señor.
Manuel Antonio Rubio Socorro.
Manuel Antonio Rubio Socorro.
Sir, I see you're listed as the victim in this matter.
Veo que usted aparece como la víctima de este caso.
What's your relationship to the defendant?
¿Qué relación tiene usted con la acusada?
Esposo.
Husband.
Okay. If she's released, do you want to have contact with her or do you want her to stay away from you?
Si ella fuera liberada, ¿usted quiere tener contacto con ella o usted quiere que ella se mantenga alejada de usted?
No, quiero seguir en contacto con ella.
¿Perdón?
Quiero seguir en contacto con ella.
No, I would like to have contact with her. I would like to remain in contact with her.
Okay. Are you in fear of her?
¿Usted le tiene algún temor a ella?
No, no.
No.
Okay. And do you want to reside together?
¿Usted quiere vivir junto con ella?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Does the state have any questions?
Le pregunto a la fiscalía si tiene alguna pregunta.
If any future incidents of violence occurred, would you feel free to call 911?
Si sucediera algún futuro incidente de violencia, ¿usted se sentiría confiado en llamar al 911?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I see she qualifies for pretrial release.
Muy bien, yo veo que ella cualifica para ser liberada bajo las condiciones de la oficina de antelación a juicio.
I'll release her on pretrial release
Yo la voy a liberar bajo esas condiciones,
with the condition she have no hostile contact with her husband,
con la condición de que ella no puede tener ningún contacto hostil con su marido.
that she possess no weapons or firearms.
No puede poseer ninguna arma de fuego ni otra arma peligrosa, señora.
Good luck, ma'am.
Ok. Buena suerte.
I believe that's all our interpreter cases today.
Very well,
Well,
Your
I'm sorry, before we hang up, could we just ask in the gallery if anybody needs a Spanish interpreter?
Yes, I was just about to remind you.
Thank you.
¿Hay alguien más en el público que vaya a ser testigo o que quiera dar algún testimonio y necesita traducción al español? Levanten la mano.
I see no hands, no action, so thank you very much.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
You too. Okay. All right, the first one I'm going to call up is Nisbeth Garay Correa. Behavior, okay. We'll reset her for tomorrow. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
I'm Aggravated.
Ms. Atterbury, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant. Charge of first-degree murder with a weapon. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. The bond is stayed at none. All right, good luck, ma'am. All right, good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Marie Pompolis.
Okay, what happened to Alondra Rosa dos Santiago? Behavior, okay. We'll reset for tomorrow. And you're Marie Pompilis?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you've been arrested pursuant to a warrant out of Lee County. That case is 20 CF 15032 for failure to appear. On those charges, the judge set no bond. So what they're going to do is they're going to contact Lee County that you're here, and Lee County will coordinate coming to pick you up. Be within 72 hours, but it doesn't include the weekend or the holiday. So today's a Sunday, Monday and Tuesday are holidays. So Wednesday would be the absolute earliest that they'd come get you, but you expect it'll be within the next week. All right? Until then, you'll be held at no bond.
Okay.
No, that'll be addressed when she gets to Lee County. Okay. Good luck, ma'am. Morning, your name, please?
Orion Francis Cheney.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
I did not use a weapon, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney, sir?
I have no clue how that works. I feel like I'm capable for myself.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's kind of difficult to hear you.
My apologies.
Okay,
I have no clue how it works, and I feel like I am capable of speaking for myself in regards to this case.
okay. All right, so at this point, you're not asking for the Office of the Public Defender, so I won't appoint the Public Defender. The bond on the aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, the bond is set at $3,500. Also currently out on bond in case 2020 MM 2369. State, what's the status of that? I think I answered my question. So it appears that that case is there's a violation of probation hearing that's already scheduled for next month.
October?
For October the 20th. So in that violation of probation, I'm going to revoke the bond that you're out on in that case, and I'll set the bond at none. So you'll have to go back to the judge in Division 50 and seek a new bond if you want. It appears that you're represented by, is Devin Nixon is with the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you've already got a public defender in that case. Do you want me to appoint your public defender in this new case?
If anything, I have no clue of anything in regards to public defenders or who's saying what in regards to my information.
Okay.
If you wish, you could.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Harry Nicole Weston.
Ms. Weston, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a criminal mischief of greater than $1,000. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You've got a $1,000 bond. Good luck, ma'am.
I would like to know, am I eligible for pretrial release? Because I would like to go home to my grandchildren that I take care of.
Okay, let's see what we've got.
I'm really needed at home.
Okay. Is there a reason why she wouldn't be eligible?
Her community ties could not be verified.
Okay, do you have they have to confirm your community ties, so normally you give them a phone number or somebody to call?
I have that.
Okay,
I have a phone number. I have my mother's phone number.
okay. Well, they've got to be able to reach them.
They reach them.
All right, so I'll leave it at $1,000 bond or pretrial release. So they'll talk to you again and get that information if you get always, if they didn't already have it.
When will that be, ma'am, sir?
Say it again?
When will that be?
I can't tell you. I don't know. I mean, I assume it's today, but I can't tell you for sure.
When will I know, ma'am?
She would know today.
It'll be today. Okay.
It'll be today?
Today they'll talk to you. They're going to need to get some information. If they can confirm that information, then you can be released on pretrial release, assuming that they can get through to the people and confirm the things they need to confirm.
Who do they need to confirm? Just where I live at?
Well, community ties. It may be a little more involved than that, but they'll come see today and they'll tell you exactly what they need.
Social Security disability.
Okay, it's got nothing to do with that.
And I don't go anywhere, so I don't have a job to be community ties or none of that.
Okay, all right. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck, ma'am.
You too, sir. Thank you. What you say, sir?
Well, once you, I'll keep stacking them up there. Kenelm Aline.
Behavior, Your Honor.
Behavior?
They refused, Your Honor, refused.
Refused, okay. All right, we'll reset him for tomorrow. Okay. All right, and is this on Kira and Andre? Yes. All right, come on up. All right, good morning. Your name, please?
Kieran Andre.
All right, Mr. Andre, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for an assault, it's domestic related. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. We've actually got 3 matters. We've got the assault, and let's address the assault first, because I assume that's why the witness is here. We swear in the witness, please?
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please state your name for the record.
Leola Cooper.
All right, Ms. Cooper, I see you're listed as the victim in the matter. If Mr. Andre is released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I don't understand why they hit him with assault. I called the police for his warrant. I never said he hit me or touched me.
Okay, let's try the question again. Do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away?
Contact, that's my son's father.
Okay, all right. Are you in fear of him?
No.
Okay. State, do you have any questions for Ms. Cooper?
If he was to come in contact with you and had any instances of violence, would you feel comfortable calling 911?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the defense have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, on the assault, I'll set the bond at $250, order no hostile contact with Ms. Cooper. All right? All right, that addresses that case. The next case we have is there is a warrant for a petty theft with 2 prior convictions, the Capias, and the bond on that is set at ROR. That's 2020 CF 10146. So you'll be released as to that. And then we have a third case, which is a failure to appear Capias. Case is 2018 CF 7931. Appears to be a co-defendant case, grand theft, 3rd degree of $10,000 or more, where you failed to appear for an arraignment back in January of this year. In that case, the bond has been revoked and is set at none. So I've appointed the public defender in all cases. That's a Division 17 case. So your attorney in Division 17, if you want to have a bond hearing, you need to ask them to set a bond in front of that judge in Division 17. So you've got a bond of $250 on the first case, ROR on the second case, but on the third case, there's no bond. So you'll have to seek out a bond in front of the judge in Division 17. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Second. All right, good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Shaquana Jones.
All right, Ms. Jones, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated assault. It's domestic related, and a battery. It's domestic related. And I assume behind you is Mr. Terrence Jones? Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right, so we had you both come out at the same time because you're involved in each other's matters this morning. So, Miss Jones, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, and the same for Mr. Jones. Let me ask you first. I'll ask Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, if Miss Jones is released, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want her to stay away from you?
I got kids, man.
Okay, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want to stay away? You want to have contact? Okay, all right. I'll ask the same question to you, Miss Jones. Do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
Yes.
Okay, yes to which one?
Yeah, I want to have contact.
You want to have contact? Okay. Ms. Jones, are you in fear of him?
No.
Okay. Mr. Jones, are you in fear of her? Okay. And do y'all, appears, you both reside at the Peachwood Lane address?
Yes.
Okay, it appears they both qualify for pretrial release?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'll release you both on pretrial release with the following condition. That you don't have any hostile contact with each other. So if you get upset, you gotta just turn around and walk away. All right? Nobody likes spending the night or longer in jail, okay? So, no hostile contact, possess no weapons or firearms for both of you. All right? Good luck. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Oh, take it off.
What's your name, please?
Dante Rainey.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rainey. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for the offense of battery. It's domestic related by strangulation. It looks like we've got a...
That's...
Hold on. Understand you got the right to remain silent. So I'm just telling you what you've been arrested for.
Oh, okay.
Today's not a trial. Okay. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And we've got a witness victim in the box. Can we go ahead and place her under oath?
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Alana Craig.
All right, Ms. Craig, if Mr. Rainey is released, do you want to have contact with him or do you want him to stay away from you?
Yes, I would like contact.
Okay. Are you in fear of him?
No.
State, do you have any questions?
If there was any future incidents of violence, would you feel free to call 911?
Yes.
All right, and does the defense have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, I'll just note that reading the charge in the box is a battery by strangulation. And hold on, I see you getting all excited over there. I've read the charging affidavit. There's no allegation of strangulation in the narrative.
That's what I was going to say.
It's a mistake. It happens.
All right, that's so weird.
Okay. So I am going to find probable cause for just a simple battery that's domestic related. Looks like he qualifies for pretrial release, so I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Ms. Craig. So if you get upset, you turn and walk away, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thanks.
It's 784.04. I'll get it. Hold on. 784.03, subsection 10. Yeah, it's just first degree misdemeanor battery. Okay. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Robert Ross.
Mr. Ross, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Been arrested for the offenses of battery, domestic related by strangulation, aggravated assault with a firearm, robbery, burglary of an occupied conveyance, and battery. All right, state, do you wish to be heard with regards to bond?
For count 1, 1,500, count 2, 1,000, count 3. $500, count 4. 250 and count 5, 250.
Okay. Defense, do you wish to be heard with regards to bond?
Yes, Your Honor. As to the strangulation charge, we would ask to have him ROR'd on that case. I don't believe there's probable cause that there was a strangulation. There was no allegation that it was impeding her breathing. She says, I thought I was going to die, but there's no actual allegation that she could not breathe or that her breath was in any way impeded.
State, do you wish to be heard with regards to that argument?
For the strangulation, he still put his hands around her throat, and it still was an unwanted touching. So,
All right, it's what I'm going to do is I'm going to, it appears that at least the allegation needs to be that her airway was restricted to some point. Simply putting hands over the throat isn't sufficient for the strangulation. So the battery is we already have a count 5. So on count 1, I'm not going to find probable cause for the strangulation, notwithstanding the fact that she said she felt like she was going to die. Any further argument?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'll find no probable cause on count 1. He'll be ROR'd on count 1. The aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic related, I've reviewed the charging affidavit and the history. I'm going to set that bond at $10,000. Count 3, the robbery is subsidiary, $150 bond. Count 4, $150 bond. Count 5 is a $100 bond. I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with Randy Parker Ross, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If you have to return to the Silkwood Circle address, you can return one time, but you have to go with law enforcement. You're not to go alone. You're not to have contact with her directly or indirectly. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Okay. All right, good luck, sir. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Larry James Williams II.
Mr. Williams, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on charges of aggravated battery on a pregnant person and domestic battery by strangulation. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in the matter. Does the state wish to be heard?
for count 1, bond 2,500, count 2, 1,000.
Does the defense wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. As to these charges, since they are in the same course of events, I don't know that there should be probable cause for both charges.
Well, the aggravated battery on a pregnant person contains an element completely different than the battery by strangulation, so you could be charged with both.
Yes, Your Honor. Then we would just ask for a reasonable bond in both cases.
All right, I'll set the bond at $2,500 on count 1. Count 2 is subsidiary, so that bond will be $150. I'm going to order absolutely no contact with the victim. Stephanie Taft, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If she's residing at the Magazine Street address, you're going to have to live somewhere else.
Sir,
Well, hold on. So if that's where she lives, you have to live somewhere else. If she's not living there, then that's fine. But you're to have no contact with her whatsoever. No contact is no contact, no direct or indirect contact.
okay, but can I go with the police to get my stuff out the house?
Okay, well,
All I
that's what I was going to explain. Okay, all right. So if you have belongings you need to get from the Magazine Street address, you can go back there with law enforcement escorting you.
It's not the Magazine Street address. That's not where we live at. That's just where this incident happened to occur at.
Okay.
Me and her share a different location. Like
Okay.
I got arrested somewhere else.
Okay.
When they came to get me, it was not at
So the Lalique? Lalique, okay, thank you. Okay, Lalique. So if she's residing at 1524 Lalique, Lalique Lane.
Yes, it's my house, but
Okay. All right, if she's living there, then you're gonna have to live somewhere else. You can go back there to get your personal belongings one time with law enforcement. Don't go back alone. You're not to have contact with her. Okay, possess no weapons or firearms.
yes, sir.
And you're out on bond on a couple of driving with license suspended cases. I'll take no action on those.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
All
sir.
right, good luck.
Your Honor, Derek Wingard, refused.
Refused, okay. Reset him for tomorrow. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Alexis Berganza.
All right, Mr. Borgonza, you're here for initial appearance. And we've got two cases. Let's see what we got going on here. Both appear to be the same charge, battery, domestic related. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender in both cases to represent you. First case, the allegation is battery against a Miguel Berganzo, your father. The second is against a Christina Pozo, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes.
All right, I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender. State, you have a position on bond?
25, excuse me, $250 for each charge.
Okay. All right, counsel for the defense, you have a position on bond?
Yes, Your Honor, he qualifies for PTR, so we'd ask the court to allow him to do PTR.
All right, since the victims did not appear, I'm not going to release them on pretrial release. I'll set the bond in both cases at $500. If you're to reside separately from the victims, it appears they both reside at the Alafaya Woods Court address. You can't live there if that's where they live. You're going to have to find somewhere else to live. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. Otherwise, you're not to have any contact with them. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. You're not to consume any alcohol or unprescribed medication or drugs. All right, good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Bush, Travis Bush, sir.
Mr. Bush, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Do you want me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I'm gonna hire your attorney, sir.
Okay, all right. State, you wish to be heard with regards to bond?
$500.
Okay. All right, I'll set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Vanessa LaToya Ford. You maintain a separate residence from her. So if she lives at that Ute Street address, you got to live somewhere else. If she's living there, then you can go back one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings, but you're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her while the matter is pending or until another court order changing my order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Enan Fisher.
Mr. Fisher, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related.
Sir.
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender, I'm sorry, looks like you don't qualify for the Public Defender. All right, so you've been arrested for batteries, domestic related. We do have a witness present. Let me swear the witness in.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Tiffany Green.
Okay. All right, so I am going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, Mr. Fisher. Okay. All right, Miss Green, if Mr. Fisher is released on bond, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I'd like contact.
You want contact. Are you in fear of him?
No.
All right, does the state have any questions for Ms. Green?
If there were any future incidents of violence, would you feel free to call 911?
Yes.
Does the defense have any questions for Ms. Green?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. State your position on bond.
$500.
He qualifies for PT.
Yes, okay. I'll release you on pretrial release, Mr. Fisher, with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Ms. Green. And you possess no weapons or firearms, okay? All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Juan Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
500.
Defense, you have a position on bond?
He qualifies for pretrial release, but if Your Honor is not inclined to grant him PTR, then just a reasonable bond.
Okay. Yeah, the victim didn't appear, so I'm going to set the bond at $500. I am going to order that you reside at a separate address from the victim, I believe is your father. So he looks like he resides at the White Feather Loop address in Oakland. You're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get personal belongings, but you're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with the victim.
Effective immediately?
Well, immediately you're still in jail. So if you post the bond, you can go back to the residence, but only with law enforcement. So you have to call the Oakland Police Department to escort you to the property to get your personal belongings. If you post the bond, you go back alone, or if you have contact with your father, you're going to be in violation of the court's order, subjecting you to be rearrested and potentially held on no bond. So you have to abide by the court's order.
Okay.
Got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Same page. Thank you. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Andre Green.
Mr. Green, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right. State you have a position on bond.
500.
Defense, you have a position on bond?
I have a probable cause challenge, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
In the affidavit, there's no allegation that Mr. Green touched or struck the alleged victim. All it says is there was a physical altercation and someone said Andre was the aggressor, but there's no specifics on who, what, where, or how.
I believe there's probable cause. Indicates there were witness stated that Andre Green was the aggressor of the situation, and she had marks on her arm from the altercation. I think that satisfies the allegation of battery for the touching. So I'll set the bond at $500. I am going to order that you have no contact with your sister, Yolanda Merricker, that you maintain a separate residence. It appears that she lives at that Piedmont Court address also, so you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her. All right? Good luck. Morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Marvin Gurule.
All right, Mr. Gurul, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
500.
Okay, defense, you have a position on bond.
He qualifies for pretrial release, Your Honor, but just a raisable bond if you're not inclined.
All right, I'm not going to release him on pretrial release. I'll set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Margarita Cerda Ruiz and that you maintain a separate residence from her. Okay. If she's at the address, that Pine Harbor Apartments, if that's where she's residing, you've got to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Not to go back there alone, and you're not to have contact with her. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Jackson, you're here for initial appearance. Going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for battery. It's domestic related. And the state have position on bond.
500.
Defense have position on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have position on bond, counsel?
Just a raisable bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim, Nataja Goins, that you maintain a separate residence from her. Okay, if you have to go back to the shared residence, you can return one time with law enforcement. Otherwise, you're not to go back alone, not to have contact with her. All right, good luck.
I will put a note in. It's open. Oh, this one. And then Bill.
All right, good morning. Your name, please?
Renity Lane.
Morning, Ms. Lane. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Okay, and we've got a witness present. We swear him in, please.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
Willard Douglas.
Mr. Douglas, if Ms. Lane's released, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want her to stay away from you?
Contact.
Are you in fear of her?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, does the state have any questions for Mr. Douglas?
If there were any future incidents of violence, would you feel free to call 911?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the defense have any questions for Mr.
No,
Douglas?
Your Honor.
Okay. All right, thank you. State, you have a position on bond?
500.
Defense?
Just a raisable bond, Your Honor.
I'll set the bond at $500. I won't take any action on the out on bond cases.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay. And another condition is you have no hostile contact with Mr. Douglas, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, good luck. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Marissa Morales.
Ms. Morales, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. We do have a witness. You swear in the witness, please?
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I agree.
Please state your name for the record.
Louis Montalban Torres.
All right, Mr. Montalban, I see you're listed as a victim here. If Ms. Morales is released, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want her to stay away from you?
Contact.
Contact, okay. Are you in fear of her?
No, Your Honor.
State, do you have any questions for Mr. Montalban?
If there were any future incidents of violence, would you feel free to call 911?
Yes.
Defense, you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. You have State, you have a position on bond?
500.
Okay. Defense?
She qualifies for PTR, Your Honor. We'd ask for PTR.
I'll release you on pretrial release, Ms. Morales, with the condition you have no hostile contact with Mr. Montalban, excuse me.
Okay.
Okay?
Sir.
All right, good luck. Morning, your name, please?
Jarrell Parker.
Parker, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And we've got a witness. Once we're
Can you
hearing.
raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Raven Patterson.
Ms. Patterson, if Mr. Parker's released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I want to have contact.
Are you in fear of him?
No.
State, do you have any questions for Ms. Patterson?
If anything was to occur in the future, would you feel free to call 911?
Yes.
Defense, do you have any questions for Ms.?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I see he does qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release, Mr. Parker, with the condition you have no hostile contact with Ms. Patterson. Okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Jerry Peoples.
People, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State, you have a position on bond.
500.
Defense, you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'll set the bond at $500 with the condition you have no contact whatsoever with, is it Angers, Wendy, Ventos, Ilias? I can't pronounce the last name. I'll punch it right. Okay. You're to have no contact with her. You're to maintain a separate residence from her. If she's residing at that Somerset Park Drive address, you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. But you're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with her. That's if she lives there. If she doesn't live there, you're just to live separately from her.
maybe escort, that can most of the matters.
Yeah, you just have to call the police. Okay?
Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Georgia Prince.
Mr. Prince, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for battery and assault, both domestic related. Going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Okay, state you have a position on bond.
500 for count 1 and 250 for count 2.
Defense, you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set the bond on count 1 at $500, count 2 subsidiary at $100. I am going to order the have absolutely no contact with Nayeli Garcia. If she's residing at that East Church Street apartment, looks like apartment 716, if that's where she's living, you're going to have to live somewhere else. If you have personal belongings that you need to retrieve, you can go back there one time with law enforcement escorting you to get those personal belongings. You're not to return by yourself. You're not to have contact with her. All right. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Antonio Villa.
Mr. Villa, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
500.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, this appears to be brothers. Okay, I'm going to I'll release you on a $250 bond with the condition you have no contact with your brother. Looks like Christian. You maintain a separate residence from him. If he's living at that Athens court address, you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement, get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with him, okay? Good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Sharon Wallace.
Ms. Wallace, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State, do you have a position on bond?
500.
It's
Defense?
a raisable bond, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll set the bond. I'll set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Orstella Lewis. You maintain a separate residence. If they reside at that Arlington Street address, you're going to have to live somewhere else. Okay? If they don't live there, that's fine. But if they do, you have to live somewhere else. And if you need to go to the shared residence, you can go once with law enforcement escorting you to get personal belongings, but you're not to have contact with Miss Lewis, okay? All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Tadarius Young.
Mr. Young, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State, you have a position on bond.
$500.
Defense?
It's a raisable bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Tierra Clark, then you maintain a separate residence from her. If she's living at that Orange Blossom Trail address, you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Don't go back alone. Don't have contact with her. All right?
This forever?
Okay, it's until another judge.
Okay, no, yeah, this is my first time. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. So I've appointed you an attorney, and if you want any of the conditions that I've ordered to change, you have that attorney file the appropriate motion in front of the judge, and then they'll have a separate hearing, and they'll ask her to come in and give testimony, and, okay, just, you got, but legal questions you ask the attorney, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Morning, your name, please?
How you doing? My name is Joshua Ponte.
All right, Mr. Ponte, you're here for, initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of pretrial release. You were on pretrial release for a couple of charges, being burglary of a dwelling and criminal mischief. And the allegation is that you violated by testing positive, failed a drug test, and the judge on the case signed a no bond warrant. So you'll have to, I've appointed the public defender, you'll have to go back in front of the judge on that case if you want to seek a bond. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
You want to check your Bradford?
Mr. Bradford, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the office of the public defender. You've been arrested for grand theft, motor vehicle, possession of methamphetamine, possession of cocaine. Okay. Bonds on the new case have been set at $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, $150 on count 3. Currently out on bond. State, what's the status of the out on bond? It's 2021 CF 6103 AO. Is the state filed on that case?
Yes, Your Honor. State filed on August 11, 2021.
All right, I'm going to revoke that bond and set that bond at none. So that case is in Division 20. You've got an attorney on that case, so you'll have to file a bond motion if you want to be released or get a new bond on that case. Okay, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Where's Al Hillary?
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trafficking in oxycodone greater than 4 grams with a firearm. Second count, trafficking in oxycodone between 4 and 14 grams, carrying concealed firearm, and possession of cannabis.
That's it. That's a good song.
subsection talking about? All right, I am going to set a bond on count one, looking at the relative lack of history. I'll set the bond on count one at $200,000. Count two will be subsidiary at 150. Count three will be subsidiary 150, and count four also 150. I am going to order that you possess no weapons or firearms, and that you have no contact whatsoever with any other witnesses or co-defendants, potential co-defendants in this case. Public defenders appointed. All right, good luck.
Appreciate you.
Item Jose Moreno Acevedo, bonded.
Bonded, thank you. Jose Marrero Acevedo, bonded, okay. Morning, your name, please? Mr. Matamora, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for possession of fentanyl. I'll appoint the office of the public defender. Okay, we've got a second case, that bond set at $1,000. Got a second case, you've been charged with, or arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm, aggravated assault with a firearm and also carrying a concealed firearm. All right, I'm going to set that bond at $2,500 on the aggravated assault with a firearm and leave the carrying concealed firearm at $150. I'm going to order you have no contact with the victim in that case or any other witness in that case, that you not return to the scene of the offense, that El Pucarcito Grill and Bar, that you possess no weapons or firearms. And public defenders appointed in both cases. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Rodney Reynolds.
Mr. Reynolds, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for armed burglary of an occupied dwelling, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, resisting an officer without violence. I'll appoint the office of the public defender. Okay, I believe that count one is a PBL. So I'm going to stay the bond at none. Count two, the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I'm going to set that bond at $2,500. Count three, I'll set it $100 or reduce to $100. But count one will be stayed at no bond. You're currently out on bond for misdemeanor criminal mischief. I'm going to revoke that bond and set it at none. Public defenders appointed in all cases. All right, good luck. Morning, your name, please?
Deontay Rhines.
Mr. Rhines, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Got a couple cases. First, you've been arrested for trafficking in looks like methamphetamine, possession with intent, possession of cannabis, possession of drug paraphernalia. Bonds have been set. In that case, at $50,000 on count one, 150 on count two, 100 each on counts 3 and 4. So we got another case, we've got a charge of reckless driving and a driving with license suspended. Those bonds are $500 on count one, $100 on count two. Public defenders appointed in both cases. All right, good luck.
What is the next court date?
The misdemeanor, the felonies will not have a court date yet. The misdemeanors, you should get a court date if and when you post a bond. If you don't post bond, then what they'll do is they'll set an in-jail arraignment. Okay, good luck. Morning, your name, please?
Paul Shumpius.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. We've got a couple of cases. First is charge of driving with a suspended license. That bond is set at $500.
I didn't know my driver's license was suspended.
Okay. All right. Well, I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in both matters. If you want to raise that as a defense, that's, they'll get a copy of a driving record that they can go over with you, but I'm going to set that bond at $500. The second case is trafficking in fentanyl and possession of cannabis. Bond is set at $100,000 on the count one trafficking and $100 on count two cannabis. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Dwight Williams, sir.
All right, Mr. Williams, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for possession of cocaine, trespass, in a structure, conveyance, and possession of cannabis. Those bonds have been set at $1,000 on count one, 100 each on counts 2 and 3. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're also out on bond. State, what's the status? He's out on bond on a couple of cases. I see one in Osceola. 2018 CF 1254 in Osceola. Looks like he's got a court date coming up next week.
For the Osceola case, it has a, says it has trial set for September 8th, 2021.
On that case, I'm going to revoke the bond and set it at none. On the he's got a couple of Orange County cases, felonies, he's out on bond on. Has the state made filing decisions on those?
for 2021 CF 7567, the state hasn't made a filing decision yet.
Okay, it appears that's the case on both of those. So, all right, on the two Orange County felonies where the state hasn't made a filing decision, that case has been around since the end of June. I won't take any action on those. But the Osceola County case, I am going to revoke that bond and set it at none. Good luck.
That means I told him everything like, that's crazy. Look at my bond. I'm petty like this. I ain't have possession of the cocaine.
Just talk to your Osceola.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jimmy Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. Going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. State, you wish to be heard with regards to a bond on that?
2,500.
Defense?
We just asked to set a reasonable bond, Your Honor, and we'd also note that he qualifies for pretrial release.
Okay. All right, I'll set the bond at $2,500. I'm going to order that you possess no weapons or firearms, that you not return to the Denny's restaurant, and you have no contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Lorenzo Diggins.
Mr. Diggins, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for a DUI. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Okay, let's see. That bond is set at $1,000. You're also out on bond for a DUI. I'm going to revoke that bond and set that bond at none. You'll have to go back to the judge in that's Division 62 and seek a bond. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Roosevelt Hemphill.
Mr. Hemphill, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for driving with a suspended license. Knowledge. The bond set at $500. Okay, good luck.
Your Honor, were we appointed on that case?
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender on that case. Good morning, your name, please?
Lynn Lehman.
Mr. Lehman, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a DUI. Going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. The bond set at $500. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Shannon Lenore.
Mr. Lennar, you're here for initial appearance. Let's see, what, before we address that, Tatiana Vicente,
You have a booking number, Your Honor?
2102-0888,
Posted bond.
posted bond. All right, Mr. Lennar, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And the bond set at $500. Okay. Good luck. Posted bond. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Very last one.
Mr. Lutzum, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for disturbing the peace at a public lodging. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Bond set at $500. I'll take no action on the out on bond. Order that you not return to the Embassy Suites while this matter is pending. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Daniel Malvey, bonded.
Thank you. Daniel Malieve, bonded. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Robert Arce, Judge.
We have a Cordacia manual,
You have a booking number, Your Honor?
2102-0867.
08?
0867.
Manual?
Yes,
She's still here?
still here. Okay, all right.
Out of county.
Well, let's deal with Mr.
Yeah,
Okay.
she posted bond.
Posted bond. Okay.
Mhm. But she's still here.
All right, Mr. Is it Robert Arce or Arce Robert?
Robert Arce.
Okay. All right, Mr. Arce, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass after warning. I'll appoint the public defender. State want to make an offer on this case?
Adjudication, no return, credit for time served.
Okay. All right. Mr. Arce, if you want to get this matter resolved today, you could enter a plea of guilty or no contest to the trespass. Be given credit for the 2 days you served in jail. I'd reduce the cost to a judgment, order you not to return to that 7-Eleven on McLeod Road.
Yes, sir. I accept the offer and I plead no contest.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days. I'll reduce the cost to a civil judgment. Most important is don't return to that 7-Eleven. If they see you, they're just going to call the police. You're going to get re-arrested. You'll be right back, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Thank you.
No, I'll go and back the PD appointment out so he doesn't get charged
Yes, Your Honor.
the application. All right. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Chip, JoJo.
Jojo Ship. Okay. Charles Saint Armand,
Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry, he's mental health.
Mental health.
mental health. Thank you. We'll reset him. All right. Next, we've got Miss Jojo Ship. And Miss Ship, you're here for initial appearance. Got two cases. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia, and you've been arrested for trespass on property after warning. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state want to make an offer on these cases?
For possession of drug paraphernalia via adjudication, credit for time served. For trespass after warning, adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
I see you nodding your head yes. Do you want to get them resolved with time served? I'll reduce the cost to a judgment in both cases. Okay. To the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead?
No contest.
And to the trespass after warning, how do you plead?
Contest.
I'll accept your pleas. I'll adjudicate you guilty in both. I'll give you credit for 2 days, time served in both cases to run concurrent to each other. I'll reduce the cost to a judgment. And also order you not to return to the scene, which is the Royal Inn Hotel, South Orange Blossom Trail. If they see you back, they're just going to call the police. You're going to get rearrested, okay? All right, you've got 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Your Honor, do you want to unappoint the?
Yeah, I'll unappoint the Office of the Public Defender. Morning, your name, please?
Zuri Skythorpe.
You said Zuri Thorpe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shane Speckman? Shane Speckman?
You have a booking number?
2102-0884.
Still here. He's on the booking floor.
Okay, all right. I'll put him at the bottom of the stack. All right, Ms. Thorpe, you're here for initial appearance, been arrested for disturbing the peace at public lodging. Does the state want to make an offer on this?
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
All right, Ms. Thorpe, if you want to get the matter resolved today, you can get it resolved today with a time served. I'll reduce the cost to a judgment. You'll be adjudicated guilty, ordered not to return to that Embassy Suites at Jamaica Court. You don't have to get it resolved if you don't want. I'll appoint the public defender if you want.
Okay, sir, I have a question. I don't know. So time served means I'm going to get released?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
She'd like to accept the offer, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Thorpe, to the misdemeanor charge of disturbing the peace at a public lodging, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept no contest. Adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 2 days you served in the county jail. I'll reduce the cost to a judgment. Order you not to return to the Embassy Suites. Understand they've trespassed you. If you go back, they see you, you're just going to get rearrested. All right?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Carlos Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on Osceola County warrant, failing to appear for an arraignment on a charge of driving with no valid driver's license. You've got a bond of $2,000 on that. Then you've got a second, it appears to be the same. Let's see.
Sure. Yeah.
Osceola County failed to appear for no valid DL. So that's also a $2,000. All right, so you're able, I'll take no action on the out-on bonds. You've got a $2,000 bond. If you're able to make the bond, you can make it here in Orange County. Otherwise, I'll notify Osceola County. They'll come get you within 24 hours, but that doesn't include the weekend or the holiday. So that's the next, today, tomorrow, and the next day are holidays. So the earliest Osceola would come get you would be Wednesday if you don't post bond.
Okay, so if I post bond, I still have to stay here, or?
No, if you post bond, you can get out.
Okay, it's, I could use the phone to call, or,
Yeah, they should provide access to the phone if you want to call a bondsman.
okay, that's fine.
Okay, good luck.
That's it. All right, y'all.
No, I'm sorry, there may only be one out of.
Your Honor. Sorry, before we get into this one of the officers told me that Derek Wingard, who was reset, he was in the felony domestic violence docket, was here. He's still in there. It was, I guess, a refusal, but he was just in the bathroom. So could we recall his case?
Yeah, we'll call him at the end.
Thank you.
He's out on bond on 2 cases. We're talking about Anderson?
What was that, did I
Oh,
make them?
he's here on 1 out of county.
One out of county, okay.
Yeah, I guess they won't recall, not right now. You're not-
There were 2 of the pages look different. I thought it was 2. Okay.
I just want to make sure.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
My name is Carla Perez, Your Honor.
Ms. Perez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a St. Lucie County warrant for failing to appear on a driving with suspended license case. The bond is set at none. So they're going to notify St. Lucie County that you're here. St. Lucie County will come get you. It'll be 72 hours. And that doesn't include the weekend, and it doesn't include the holiday. So we've got today, tomorrow, the next day. The earliest would be Wednesday.
Your Honor, my husband was killed in a car accident. I'm the only sole caretaker of my children. I went to court. I paid the $2,000 bond. I was given $1,560 back because I was told there was a $230 court fine, and the rest was applied to my tickets. I was never sent a court notice. I was never sent a warrant. I thought they took the money for the tickets, and I was done. I never knew of this, Your Honor, because I would have gone to take care of it immediately. It's on records. I saw Judge Brown. I thought these tickets were paid. But I can't be away from my kids this long. My birthday's on Tuesday.
Okay, well, your birthday has got nothing to do with it.
I just mean I've never spent it without my children.
Okay.
I have 9-year-old twins and a 22-year-old. She's an adult, but I'm sorry, she's not a mom. I really thought these tickets were paid because they took it out of my bond.
It's got nothing to do with paying tickets. It's not showing up for court.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I went to court and they took out the money for the tickets, so I thought it was handled.
Okay, well, I don't, all I know is that I don't have the authority to change an out-of-county warrant. So apparently, according to this, you missed a court date. I don't know, I've got a case number, 2021 CT 980 out of St. Lucie County.
I saw Judge Brown and I was never notified, Your Honor.
I don't even know if it's the same case that we're talking about. If you saw Judge Brown, then that's, that case may have been resolved. There may have been another case. I don't know.
I wasn't made aware of anything, Your Honor. I would have taken care of it immediately.
Yeah. Well, all I can.
post bond. I just want to go home to my kids.
Yeah, there's no bond on this, so I can't
For a
address it.
traffic, no bond for a traffic.
I don't have any authority to change it, to change an out-of-county bond.
Is there an emergency judge that we can contact so I can go
Well,
home?
you can try to contact the judge's office in St. Lucie County.
I don't know what the judge's name is or anything.
I don't know
That's why I'm
either.
asking.
Well, I can only tell you the case number, which is 2021 CT 980. That's all I have.
My children have never had their mother not come home on a weekend.
I understand.
This was a genuine error. I thought the ticket was paid for. I did not know I had to appear in court.
Again, I'm saying, I don't even know if we're talking about the same case.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know either.
Yeah.
So it's not of me dodging or
Well,
not wanting to go to court.
if you posted a bond, if you were out on bond on any case, then you should have contacted the bondsman. That's who you should contact, is bondsman.
I paid cash, Your Honor, and I was returned my bond after they took out the money for the court fines and the tickets.
Okay.
That's,
I
I'm just being honest with you. I really thought it was taken care of.
I appreciate that, but I don't have any authority to change an out-of-county bond.
Okay.
Okay? Good luck.
David Frere's in the hospital.
Thank you. Where's that?
Robert Gillum refused.
Okay, Mr. Gillum has already, we've already reset him. He's refused already. He's got a bond. And then we've got in that case, Ninth of July, bonded, okay, that's prior. So on that case, I'll take no action on the add-on bond that appears to have occurred prior to him being released. So he's got a $1,000 bond on his new case. So he can post bond, but at this point, we'll waive any further initial appearance. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Marcus Reynolds also refused.
And Marcus Reynolds also has a bond. We've reset Mr. Reynolds already. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. He's got bonds already set at $5,000 on count 1, 150 on count 2. So we'll waive any further initial appearance. I'll appoint the public defender. All right. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Oh, Sheldon Wallen.
Mr. Wallen, you're here for initial appearance. All right. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for violation of probation. You're on probation for petty theft and criminal mischief. Allegations that you violated probation. You committed new law offenses of aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence, and battery. And the warrant is a no-bond warrant on the violation, so that'll be stayed. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right. Good luck.
Can I ask a question? May I ask a question?
Yeah, why don't you ask the attorney first?
He doesn't want an attorney, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, you said it again?
I didn't want an attorney for that, for these violations.
You don't want an attorney? Okay, I want to appoint the public defender.
Because I had asked, the reason me saying this because for my, I think it was the first VOP, was it, or is this the second VOP? All right, the first VOP, I went to court, and my girlfriend had came up there and told the judge that everything on there was, you feel me, was falsified, like she lied on the statement or whatever.
Okay. Well, it's...
No, that has nothing to do with you. I know
Okay.
that. I know that.
Yeah, so we're not going to sort that out, but if you don't want an attorney for the violation of probation, I won't appoint you one.
Which violation? Because I was only informed of one.
The one that I'm looking at is you are on probation for misdemeanor, petty theft, and criminal mischief.
Yes, sir.
Looks like that's started. You were placed on probation August the 12th.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
for 180 days, 6 months. Allegations are you committed new offenses of those that I indicated September the 1st, which violated that probation. Okay? So if you don't want me to appoint an attorney, then I won't. So, but you don't have a bond on the violation.
No.
It's no bond. Okay, all right. Good luck. Good morning. State your name, please.
Marlon McBride.
Mr. McBride, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for, looks like a city ordinance violation of disorderly conduct. Does the state want to make an offer?
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
What you mean?
All right,
He's interested in resolving it.
okay. All right, Mr. McBride, to the city ordinance violation of disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Give you credit for 2 days' time served. I'll reduce the cost to a judgment. Get 30 days to appeal. I'm also going to order that you not return to that 4381 Crossroads Court. It's Crossroads Apartment. Looks like you may have been trespassed, and if they see it, they'll just have you rearrested, okay?
You said don't report back to them?
Don't go back there. If you go back, you may get rearrested.
All right.
Okay, all right, good luck. All right. And that, we had a Shane Speckman.
You have a booking number?
Yeah, that's 21020884.
He's listed as being on the booking floor, so he's not up here. He's not up here.
You don't have the name on the docket.
Okay, it was just in the stack.
Yeah, he's listed to come to initial appearance tomorrow.
Oh, he's set for tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and this was our. Yeah, yeah. And then, you can come on up, sir. Is this Derek Wingard? All right, Mr. Wingard. All right. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated battery on a pregnant person, domestic related, and tampering with a witness to hinder communication. Okay. I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. State you wish to be heard regarding bond.
For count 1, 2,500, and count 2, 250.
All right, does the defense wish to be heard?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what were the bonds the state was asking for?
Count 1, 2,500, count 2, 250.
Just a raisable bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set the bond on count 1 at 2,500, count 2 subsidiary at 150. I am going to order that you have no contact with Destiny Dotson, that you maintain a separate address from her. If she's living at that 19th Street address, you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Don't go back there alone. Don't have contact with her. Okay, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right,
Thank you.
good luck. All right, we are in recess.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if we addressed it, but Nisbeth Gary Coria, that's the last one I have. I don't know if maybe it was sent to,
Did I call the name?
I'm not sure. It's just the last affidavit.
Behavior.
Behavior?
Behavior. We are in